Inspirators, it's Inspiring Vanessa here and welcome back to another fabulous Instagram live interview for you all. I've been having such a fun time doing these interviews and obviously giving you guys all that content and obviously speaking to some of my friends and some new people as well, because on the online world or the internet you can meet lots of amazing people, but then at the same time there are some cons with it. So I'm kind of going off of that. Today's guest is going to be Skye, and she is a content creator, so she does have social media platforms. So we're basically going to be talking about what the ups and downs are of having a social media platform and how you deal with that and use your platform for the best things. So I'm going to bring her onto the live and then we can get straight into it. Hi!
Hey, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How's quarantine been going?
I mean, well, it's quarantine, so, you know, a bit slow, but getting on with it, I guess. How about you? How's it been going?
I mean, I think I've been handling it decently. The first couple of weeks it was a bit like overwhelming, but now I think it's kind of become a bit better. And this week has been kind of relaxed. I haven't had that much work to do, so I think it's been okay. Yeah.
That's really good, yeah. Oh, that's so good.
So the first question I have for you, to kind of start off this interview, is when and why did you start social media and decide to become a content creator?
Oh gosh, so I started YouTube when I was 6. I did my first video when I was 6, and I guess I started because I saw my sister Sapphire. She had just started YouTube and it was going really well for her, and the opportunity was there for me to start, and I really liked the idea, so I hopped on and I kind of went along with it. It was really fun especially when I first started. Really fun.
I mean, that's lovely that your sister was kind of an influence on you because of like that kind of musical background, you can say, of just putting like content that is to do with musical things online as well. That is really lovely.
Yeah.
As you obviously started gaining quite a lot of attraction online from like the videos, what was the feedback like from your friends and your peers? Because I know if I had a friend who had like a lot of fame, internet fame, I would be super happy for them, but sometimes that's not always the case.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, because I started so young, I think all my friends were just like, wow, like that's really cool, like almost calling me like, oh, that famous friend. I wasn't famous, but I was young and I was doing it at a young age. And as I've grown up, I think more and more people have kind of gone, oh yeah, like that's Skye, and I'm like, well, I'm a normal person. It's just something I love to do. So they've all been really supportive of me, and I'm really lucky to have the people I do have around me. So yeah.
I mean, that is amazing. Obviously it's so important to keep our close friends obviously with us, keep them on the way as you obviously persevere in your journey, which is extremely important. So anybody who's watching who maybe has social media platform, maybe some of your videos are getting more views than others, just make sure that your friends or people you're surrounding yourself with are supporting you all the time, 24/7, not just sometimes but all the time. I think is extremely important.
100%.
So the next question is, obviously you do social media, and then I'm not exactly sure, but do you go to school? Are you homeschooled? And if so, how did you kind of manage school and education with your career?
Well, I'm homeschooled, so that's really lucky, and I've been doing that since, well, as long as I can remember. I have never been into school, and so I've grown up with being a homeschooled child, and I guess I kind of fit the YouTube around that, and my education was my base, and because my parents are my teachers, and my parents are also my managers of like my socials, and so that's really lucky because we as like a family can kind of adapt and go around certain things. Yeah, it gives me more opportunity as well, which is really good. So yeah.
I mean, so since lockdown started, you basically just carried on doing what you were doing a long time beforehand, basically.
Yes,
It wasn't that
literally,
much of like a drastic change.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, not much has changed. Not much at all.
Random question, but what's your favourite subject to do when you're doing homeschooling?
What a good question. I probably enjoy maths most. Just I don't know why. It's not really but it's a fun. I'm quite into like mind games, so I guess maths. I also enjoy history. I'm quite into history.
I mean, I'm like the complete opposite with maths. I think
Really?
in primary school in primary school I was okay with it because it was just a bunch of timetables, and I loved doing that. So I'd do it like every morning, practice it. I'd become one of those kids in class who would win all the timetable like tests or something. But the minute I went into secondary school, it was a whole different story. So I don't think maths is my top favourite subject, but that's good to know kind of the meaning behind it is why you enjoy it as well. But history is a great subject, so it's good to kind of know about what's happened in the past. Kind of regarding the popular app TikTok, which I know that you are on. I love your videos, by the way. You put some lovely content on there.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Kind of thinking about a bit of the drama that's happened on TikTok, not just because of the app, but like the creators who use the app and who are popular on the app. So do you think TikTok is a problematic app, and if so, why?
TikTok is such a great app. I love it, but there's lots of like pros and cons within the app. Like there's a lot of young users, which can, they promote them a lot, which is, it's young users. But there's also a lot of content on there which isn't appropriate, and the young users, you can't take them off. But what's being fed on there is a lot of very much older kind of music and content. So it's kind of a 50-50 app, but the way I use it is just to have fun, and it's purely for everyone. And I do like all the trends, and I do loads of different content, and I love your content as well because I've seen your TikTok as well. But yeah, TikTok is a great app. There's just lots of sort of sides to it.
I mean, thank you. Speaking of sides, which side of TikTok do you think you're on? Do you think that you are on?
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. I see everything. Literally, I don't have like a favourite kind of part of TikTok.
I mean, it's kind of like the Yanni and Laurel debate that people are going on about for so long. So now it's like, which side of TikTok are you on? Or if you're on the alt side of TikTok, that means you're cooler.
Yeah.
And then if you're on straight TikTok, it's just a bunch of dancing. And I'm like, I don't see what the big deal is. People just are so bored in quarantine, they can't really think of anything else to talk about. But I think I'm like right in the middle as well. Wouldn't you like a random video or just come up with more content that's similar to that? I think it's just part of like how the algorithm works, but I'm kind of in the middle, switching from one to the other. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely same.
This is kind of an extra question that just popped into my head. I've been asking a few people who obviously use TikTok. What is your opinion on like cancel culture or like hate that creators get? How can we like reduce the amount of negativity that is obviously in the online community?
Well, I think everyone should really be supporting each other, and if you have nothing to say, there's no reason to say it. And there's certain things that people do just to sort of make a point, and I think a lot of people gang up together, which is really bad. And everyone just has to appreciate each other, and everyone has their top sort of their like favorite things, and everyone has their like slightly more negative. But I think everyone should just appreciate each other, and no negativity is the best way to go. I just try and ignore all the negativity I get and learn from it. and I support all the good negativity. Well, good negativity, no, all the positive positivity that comes onto my account.
I mean, that's really important as well, very crucial. As you were saying before, like your parents kind of manage the accounts as well, like the same with my mum. A bunch of my friends are like, oh, so your mum actually like has your Instagram account like on her phone? I'm like, yes, she does. And they're like, wait, well, what if you get messages like, want to talk to your friends? And then your mum is just kind of there, and it's like, well, I have a close connection with my mum. I have a good bond with her. I trust her. Plus, it's not anything that I shouldn't be showing her, if that makes sense. So I'm being a golden child here. I'm being good. I'm not getting or texting anyone randomly. But yeah, it's really good to have that kind of parental supervision behind it, because a lot of people are like, oh, this 2-year-old who has an Instagram account is running it herself. I'm like, well, no, not really.
Yeah. 100%. No, my parents are exactly the same, and so many people say that, like, wow, they like have your accounts on their phones. I'm like, well, yeah, but that's because I have nothing to hide. And to be honest, there's a lot of different people on social media, and it's so nice to have them there to support me and help me through certain obstacles within the social media world.
The next question I have for you is, obviously social media can be a really amazing place. People can grow their platforms, tell people what they do, you can meet like new people, meet new friends, but at the same time you can get bullied on social media or online, and you can also get a lot of hate or be catfished or whatever it is. There's just a whole different side of social media that people, I think, see the most, and that's like the main stereotype about it. So what is your honest opinion on social media? How can we use it to benefit others and ourselves?
Well, again, there's so many different sides of social media, and there's so many things that really help people overall. And I mean, again, we should all just be supporting and appreciating and helping each other instead of the negativity. There's no point on putting someone down for something that like maybe they can't help or something like that, because there's so many on social media. You can hide, you can be a completely different person, because that's what social media is really. And as you say, it's a completely different world, and it's not reality almost. And so when I use social media, I keep it as real and as positive as possible to keep everyone in with my real self, and not an Instagram self.
Yeah, just going off what you're saying, authenticity is so important, kind of being real to everyone, because you see a bunch of influencers who have a bunch of followers, and a lot of it is actually quite young people, the majority of their following, and they're always posting in their photos, just kind of putting on this fake persona. And it's like, well, these kids are just going to keep on growing up and kind of thinking about that you actually exist, or you look like that in person when you don't, or you act like this, or you don't go through this but you actually do. So kind of being real to followers, telling them that you are human, we all breathe the same, I still have the same thoughts, I still wake up every morning and maybe want to go back to bed when I hear the alarm clock, whatever it is. It's really important to kind of be real with them, because we are all the same at the end of the day, definitely.
100%, yeah, I agree.
The final question I have for you, if anybody else has any questions who are watching right now, click the little question symbol or icon, and that way I can select it and Skye can answer your question. But the final question I have for you is, what are your 3 top tips on how to grow confidence?
Confidence, wow, okay. Well, I mean, confidence comes when you're happy and you're true to yourself, and you just have to be your 100% best at what you do, and that's just the best you can do. Is, well, yeah, it's the best you can do, and be real. Don't try to be someone else. That's basically be yourself, be true, and have fun while doing it. Extremely
Extremely powerful what you just said as well. Like, as long as you're doing something, you need to be passionate about it. You always need to have a gut feeling about it. This is something you want to do. Because when you're doing some things, we often leave it till later. And if you know it's your dream goal or like your dream job, whatever it is you're working towards, and you don't want to do it later, that should be telling you something for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go on. So now we're going to go into the questions from the people who are watching. So there's a question in the comments, and it is from Mixer Gem, and they said, "What's your biggest dream, Skye?"
Well, my dream, well, at the moment it changes a lot, but my dream since when I was really young was to be a model, and be like a true model, not a model that tries to be someone else, like a true self model. I've always loved modeling and fashion design, and I love just being in front of the camera and having fun. So my dream job as such is definitely to be like a model of some sort.
I can definitely see you on the runways or like in some fashionable pieces. So we'll be checking on your platform 24/7 to see when that's going to happen. We can definitely see it for you coming in the future. You're so welcome. The next question is from underscore Tasha Marie.x, and Tasha said, "What's your favorite thing about being a social influencer?"
Wow, well, there's so many things I love, but one of the biggest things is having so many friends and supporters and having the connection. I like to think of my fans as more friends because they support me, and that is amazing, and I love them all. And if they weren't there, I wouldn't be doing this. And so basically they have helped me achieve my dream. I love connecting with them all and talking with them all. It's so much fun to do.
I mean, I always say the same thing. It's like saying fans, like, yeah, they can be a fan of you, but they're also supporting you throughout anything you do. Whether they're watching your content 24/7 or they just kind of check up on you every once in a while, they're still supporting you. So we could definitely turn our like followers or fans into friends. I love that. The next question is another question from Mixer Gem, and they said, "Also, are you reading any good books right now? Some recommendations."
Yeah, well, I love reading, and during lockdown I have had so much time to read, although I've been doing more like, you know, like history books and sort of educational books, but my favorite books to read are the Ruby Redford series. I love those books. I'm so obsessed with them. I've read all of them. They are just amazing. And the other books I love to read are, there's three, but the first one is called Slated. It's by Terry. It's amazing. I really recommend it. Go and read it.
I mean, my mum is a massive like self-help kind of book reader, so we have like a massive pile in our living room. So she's got like a bunch of books she's been reading during lockdown. But I need to start reading some more books as well, taking my time off of devices.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next question is from Lauren Amy Davidson, and Lauren said, "Have you ever wanted to quit social media?"
Well, I mean, as I said earlier, there are so many ups and downs, and I sort of have my times where I really want to put all the effort in, and I love everyone on it, but there's certain times where, because I'm human, there's certain times where I'm like, oh no, I want to have a day off today, or I want to get on with my education, or I want to have some family time, and that's really important to have. I've never wanted to completely quit it, but I have wanted to slow it down before. But I'm really in the game at the moment, especially with quarantine, having so much time, and I'm really up for like planning and getting my social media going, definitely.
I mean, same here. I mean, I've taken like a break off of like YouTube before, just to kind of look after my head and my mental health. That as long as you're not quitting and you're still going, but sort of take that break or take time off for yourself, or perhaps, as you said, education, that could be some people's priorities, is still extremely important, and to kind of keep in mind as well if anybody wants to start like social media properly and start posting on their platforms consistently as well. The next
Definitely.
question is from the next question is from Dan_Bradley_77_99, and they said, what do you think about the coronavirus? What's your opinion on it?
Well, the coronavirus, what a word, that has just suddenly popped into every person's life practically on this planet. Well, yeah, on this planet. But I think if everyone did what the government, depending on where you're living, obviously, but yeah, I'm from England, and if everyone followed what the government's saying, I think we'll get it done much quicker. And today I found out that the cases have like dropped. It's getting better. I think everyone just needs to, for the time being, definitely listen to what the government's saying. And yeah, there's not much else we can do. Stay safe.
Yeah, I mean, I just went to the shopping centre today, and it just kind of reminds you how it used to be before we all went on lockdown, and it's nice because shops are like slowly opening, and you can kind of like get different things, and or people are starting to just like come outside than actually staying indoors. So it's nice to see things coming back to normal, but I just want to go back to school. I just want to hug and see all my friends, because being away from them for such a long time is like, you never would have thought you could last that long, or yeah, that you would miss them that much. I guess we took a lot of things, like advantage of things before quarantine, I would say. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, actually this evening we've got really close with our neighbours recently, because we have a cul-de-sac around this close, and this evening we're having a little quarantine party because we try and do them, but we've been doing classes, and I've been getting so close with our neighbours. I've been chatting to them all, and it's been so nice. If coronavirus hadn't happened, we wouldn't have had that opportunity.
It's always good to try and make new friends, meet new people. Yeah. It's also going to help you speak to new people apart from the same people in your household all the time. It'll make you less insane. It'll be part of like your sanity kind of routine.
Yeah.
The next question is from Sapphire _Skye_fan, and they said, what's your favorite TV show?
Oh, well, I have quite a few favorites, but my number one favorite is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. For some reason, I'm obsessed with that show. I have no idea why. But I'm also a big fan of Friends and Stranger Things. That is a great one. What about you, Vanessa?
I mean, I love the Vampire Diaries. I watched it, I think, in the beginning of this year, and now I'm like rewatching it again because, like, why not? I was in quarantine. I'm in quarantine now, so I'm just gonna rewatch it. But other TV shows, I recently got Disney Plus, so I've been watching a lot of throwback like Disney TV shows, which has been nice. I can just kind of get all my memories back. Very nostalgic. I always have a bunch of TV shows in my head, and now the minute someone asks me it, I do not know what to say. Definitely the Vampire Diaries. I love Euphoria as well. I love Euphoria as well. It's not exactly for younger ages, and it's not on Netflix. It's a HBO show as well. But a different show, and also me and my mum are watching this new show called Emergence on Fox. And it is so good. It is so suspenseful. I definitely recommend it. It's really, really good. It's about this girl. She's kind of like AI, and they need to like find out where she's from and where she kind of came from. It's a really good show. Very suspenseful. Like a thriller, but it's just kind of a sci-fi TV show. But I have a few, but I can't really think of them right now. My memory is kind of disappearing.
No, I'm definitely going to have to add that one to the list of like shows to watch.
The next question is from another question from _TashaMarie.x, and she said, when is your next, or when are you going to
I'm I've taken a slight break off of YouTube, and I'm kind of like half and half, whether to push it back on into like the weekly or just do them slightly less sort of like close together and do them slightly further apart. But I do love creating content, and so there will be a video up soon. I'm just not sure when, because I need to plan something, and it's got to be really good, and it has to be something going towards my dream, which is to be a model. So I'm kind of planning it.
I mean, I'm excited for your content to be coming out. You can kind of do like TikTok videos as well. Those have been really popular on like YouTube now. Like sometimes when I don't know what to edit or I don't want to film a video, I just like put a bunch of my TikToks together as like a compilation, so that people don't have to scroll through my account. They can just watch a whole YouTube video about it. So some cool ideas there to do with obviously TikTok or like just social media, obviously apart from YouTube. This is a fun question. This is from Alice_of Eden, and Alice said, "What is your favorite current song?"
Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm terrible with song names. Like I have some in my head, and I'm like, what's the name of that song? I'm obsessed with practically every TikTok song there is. I can't get enough of the TikTok songs. I have them in my head just the 15 seconds. I don't know any other part of the song, but just the 15 seconds, they were all in my head. But my favorite my favorite like singer is Macklemore, and my favorite kind of music is probably like a rap / pop.
I mean, same here. Like accurate, very relatable. When I put a song or like a TikTok song on my playlist, like I don't vibe out to any of the rest of the song until that 15 seconds comes up. I would never have heard of any songs if it wasn't for TikTok. Like honestly, those songs would never have blown up. We should be probably like, it should be an app that creates TikTok albums.
Yes. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. That just plays like the 15 seconds or like your favorite sounds on the app. I want TikTok to make a feature of like albums for favorite sounds. Oh, am I back?
Yeah, it keeps chopping up for some reason. I don't know why. It's like really delayed.
Oh. But yeah, TikTok should make like that new feature where you can create albums like with your favorite sounds. That way it can find everything. We should pitch that to TikTok, and hopefully they can do that for us. It would be very, very helpful.
Definitely.
Yeah. The next question is from Mixer Gem, and they said, if you could star in any movie or movie adaptation of any book, which would it be?
Wow. You know what? It's probably got to be my favourite book, which is Ruby Redford. I've always... just cut off there, sorry. I've inspired to her because I started reading those books when I was really young, and it's about like a young spy, like a 13-year-old spy, so pretty close to what age I am. But I've always wanted to be like that, like Ruby Redford kind of spy detective.
Yeah, spy. I think anyone would want to be a spy. And obviously you can't tell people that you're a spy, and that would be pretty hard for me to do because I would just want to talk about it all day, every day, pretty much. I mean, like Casey Undercover, one of my favourite shows. Still now, but also when I was much younger as well. I wanted to be a spy so much. Wear all those fancy like disguises, the fancy clothes. Like I wanted to be that talented to fight the bad guys.
Yeah. Absolutely the same, yeah.
Definitely a childhood dream of mine. The final question is from another question from Tasha. Thank you for all the questions. And she said, who are your favourite YouTubers?
Wow, I'm going to say Inspiring Vanessa. Definitely one of my favourite YouTubers and creators ever. Also my sister Sapphire. I love just cruising around, but that's all right. No, but I also, I don't really have a favourite. I mean, I watch quite a lot of Emma Chamberlain. That's probably it. That's the only probably like one that I watch regularly. Yeah.
I mean, I love Emma's videos because her editing skills are so funny. It just makes everything just seem so much more comedic. She kind of created my style of like comedy, or what I laugh at, so I love watching her videos. She's just very like energetic. She just got a good kind of energy to her when she films videos. Yeah, but same as well. Like I watch so many different YouTubers. Whatever comes up on my recommended. And then sometimes I watch videos just to kind of see the editing style and to be inspired by that, get different ideas from that. So there are probably a bunch of people I'm subscribed to. Just way too many to count.
Yeah.
Way too many, yeah. So that was the last question. Skye, thank you so much for being my guest today. Where can we find you on social media so we can kind of stay tuned with what you're doing?
Well, this is obviously I think it's on here, like at the top or something. This is my Instagram, and my TikTok is Skye. I wanted to say Skye.official, but I think it's actually Skye Official. I changed it recently. So yeah, Skye Official, just the same as this. My YouTube is Skye TV1. It's like just TV1. But thank you so much for having me, Vanessa. I really enjoyed it. And thank you everyone watching. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for all of your inspiration, telling us about your views. It was very, very interesting. And it was lovely speaking to you as well. I hope all your family are staying safe, keeping a good mindset during lockdown as well. And I'll be speaking to you soon. All right, bye.
Bye. Bye.
So now it's to the end of this interview. I hope you all did enjoy it. As Skye did say before, go and follow her on all social medias. Go and follow her on Instagram, TikTok, and also her YouTube channel. Fingers crossed she'll be posting more YouTube videos up on there. Otherwise, thank you all so much for tuning in today. If you are tuning in now, or you tuned in halfway, you can rewatch it from the beginning. This interview will be up on my IGTV later, so you can watch it. And also, if we did miss your question, you can put it in the comments of the IGTV video up on my account, my profile, and then we can answer it if you want to know the answer to it. Otherwise, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll be